Words cannot express how excited I am for what's inside this box right now. You guys already know because you saw the title and thumbnail of this video, and this is another entry in the new bike build series, but it's a little different because it's also a product overview on something that I've been waiting to get my hands on and see for months now. We've been working on this, and let's not delay it any further. So, top-down camera, let's get the unboxing and my first reactions to this thing, because I couldn't be more excited. Legitimately could not be more excited for this. And while we're opening this, and also just to cliffhanger you guys here, I helped with the actual design of this bike part that we're about to see. So let's open it and get straight into it. Oh, here we go. I got a glimpse. Oh, it's in bubble wrap, as you guys can see from the top down. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Get rid of the box. Grab the rag. Here we go. I think it's in something. Oh, let's make sure we get a good shot of this. Oh, baby. This right here is the Alienation Venus Hub. This is a Planetary free coaster internal. And assuming that for some of you at least, this might be your first encounter with the planetary gearing system inside one of these free coaster hubs. So with that, I wanted to give you guys a visual representation of how that planetary gearing clutch system works inside these hubs to make them both a cassette and a free coaster at the same time. So when you're moving forward, this thing is a cassette and you will hear it clicking and you will have that instant pedal pressure. But as soon as you land fakie with it, it is a free coaster and you're coasting backwards. And the beauty of it is you don't have to think about it or do anything to get it from one to the other, and I will show you right now. So you're going to see when we pedal this forward, there is no slack to get rid of. We just pedal it forward, and you can see we go back and forward, and that pedal pressure is there instantly. And you can also, if we pedal it forward, hear it cassetting. You can also see that I did not disengage this hub, but watch what I do here. I stop the wheel and spin it backwards without doing anything. And there is infinite slack with this hub, so much so that you can literally pedal it forward while you're free coasting. That is crazy. And then you turn your fakie around or do whatever you're gonna do to end up going forward again, and you'll see instantly it goes back into cassette mode without doing anything. You heard it start clicking again. And the coolest part of this is that after you do that with a normal free coaster, you'd have that slack to get rid of, but watch when I pedal here. Instantly, it is there. And that is the beauty of the planetary gearing clutch system that is inside these hubs. And that is why I love it so much. You don't have to think about it whatsoever. You just ride your bike. You go to fakie, you got a coaster, you end up forward, you've got a cassette, and it is amazing. So that's a quick rundown on how these hubs actually work. I helped design this hub from the hub shell. I helped out with the design from there, inspiration-wise, and I also named this hub. So this is the next BMX hub in the Planetary free coaster lineup that has been coming out. First we had the Free Night Planetary, then the BSD. Now we have the Alienation Venus. Venus because Venus actually spins backwards in relation to the rest of the planets. And I have some very, very in-depth videos on the original Free Night Planetary free coaster in the playlist that is up in the info card right here. So you can check those ones out for all of the testing of the original hub. But to give a little rundown on the hub here, so we got a 9-tooth driver planetary free coaster system here, and there are both drive and non-drive side hub guards available that slot right onto the hardware. And there's also going to be two different color options available for this one, in the obvious polished that we have right here, as well as black. I'm super stoked on this, and some of you may have realized why I polished my front hub now. You can also see that the ALN is CNC machined into the hub shell, so that when you spin it, you get a little ALN action here. This hub shell is CNC machined, I believe, and it is beautiful. Venus and this hub shell go together so well. Then the fact that Venus spins backwards. This free coaster goes backwards. This is the first time that I've worked this closely on a product in BMX. I've actually never worked with someone on a product in BMX before, and I've been along for this journey from the very beginning on this one, and it just looks beautiful. There's also some updated information here, but before we get to that, we should probably take a look at the internals on this one, don't you think? Not yet. We're going to save that for a video that is coming very soon, comparing the Alienation Venus, the BSD Revolution, as well as the Free Night Planetary Free Coaster. But a couple key notes here. There's some changes on the inside to the O-rings that will be applied to all of them. Let's just spin this thing now. So there's not a ton to say here because this is another planetary free coaster. There's no physical changes to the inside that are specific to this. It's just got a badass hub shell on it, and that's pretty much the point of it, to offer one of these that looks really, really cool with a badass name. And it comes from Alienation. They had the Rush free coaster, which was a staple from Alienation for years and years, and so many people ran that free coaster. Now we've got the Venus. To keep the information flowing here, it's got 2 bearings on the inside. The shell is made of 6 series aluminum, and it's going to be available in right or left hand drive, and it is in production right now. And it could also be available as a complete wheel with the Vandal rim from Alienation with DT spokes, long brass nipples, and it is going to be awesome. So I gotta give a big shout out and thank you to Zach Taylor at Alienation for involving me with this process. When I found out that Alienation was thinking about making a planetary free coaster, I had to get involved as much as I possibly could. It's got the same 6mm internal drilled out axle as the previous, up from 8mm on the original Free Night Planetary, so that is stronger there, and I've had no issues with my BSD, so I'm not worried about this one. Other than that, I think that'll about do it. We'll take another look, just because we can, at this hub. And for everyone following the new bike build, this is the rear hub on my new bike. I think this is gonna look good with the polished hub that I did in the front with this in the rear. I think so, but let me know in the comments down below, because I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts. There's a few of you who may have messaged me knowing this was coming, but the majority of you should be surprised by this one, and I hope that you love it as much as I do, being that I actually got to be involved with the entire process of designing this thing from the very beginning all the way to the hub that I have in my hands. I want to thank you guys for being here and watching. Thanks again to Alienation. If you're new here or you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button down below and make sure you hit the playlist over here to check out the rest of the new bike build series. Thank you again for watching, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow for another one. Goodbye.